us about it.
Yeah!
Thank you. Okay, I'm Mark Comstock, and I'm one of the ones running this. Mary Runnewell is very busy still over here at the Merck. Mary, raise your hand. She's our true youper, and working with her has been a real pleasure, on no uncertain terms. We've had wonderful get-togethers, and of course planning something like this up here is a tremendous undertaking. We really needed all the time ahead of time with the activities that are going on up here at this time of year. This is the very important time of year up in these areas because they really make their money, and the tourist activities are at their highest during this time.
It's okay, it's all.
So we needed all of the time in getting a convention site picked 2 years ahead with good reason, because we needed, again, to hit the ground running right away to start reserving places. One of the real wonderful things that we have set up here is the Whirling Gate, which is a facility that can house all of us, as you can see. So it's a real blessing. I am going to, without much further ado, pass you over to our Master of Ceremonies, and that is Billy Urbanski. He's on his way over here. So, here he is.
Thank you, Mark. Hello, my name is Bill, and I'm a Highpointer. For those who don't know me, I'm Bill Urbanski. I'm from Pennsylvania, and the important information I just got is our bar is open until we want to keep it open. So don't worry about that. We're here all night. May very well be. We got a long program, so we're going to try and get moving on this. I'm pleased and privileged to, it's my distinct honor and high privilege to serve as the Master of Ceremonies for the Highpointer Banquet. This is my 3rd year serving in this capacity. I took over from the late, great Don Holmes. Don, is that still alive? Oh, no, my God. Who knew? Don is still with us. Don, I met Don 15, 16 years ago at the Illinois Convention. That was my first one in 2003. I've been to every one since. And I got to tell you, it was quite a privilege and an honor to meet him. He is just an amazing legend in the club, right? He's a guidebook author, 50 completer. I was in awe when I met the man the first time, but then you get to know him. So it's just fun. But great story. I told this before. The reason I got to do this, this is my 3rd year. The first year was in Massachusetts that I served as MC. Mick Dunn, our host. Where's Mick? There's Mick over there. Mick sent me an email a couple months before the convention, and he said that Don couldn't attend the convention in Massachusetts. And that was like huge news, because Don comes to every convention, and he's always been the MC. But Mick said he can't make it this year, and so I'm asking you if you'd like to do it. And I said, oh my God, that'd be amazing. That's an amazing offer. I'd love to do it, and I've been doing it for the past 3 years. But the story behind it, I didn't realize why Don couldn't make the convention that year. I found out later that in 2017, the reason he couldn't go was because he had a conflict in his schedule. The convention in Massachusetts conflicted with his 60th wedding anniversary. 60 years. So his lovely wife Laverne, who doesn't come to the conventions, can't put up with this, a crew like this. Basically laid down the law, and as the story goes, she lives in Colorado with Don, and she stayed in Colorado, and she said, Don, if you go to Massachusetts for the convention this year, there will not be a 61st. So, the rest is history, but love you, Don. Glad that you're here again. The legend of the club, Don Holmes. So we're gonna get underway here with the program. I think the first thing we'll do, I suppose we'll probably just open up the business meeting and get things underway. But perhaps before I start that, let me just introduce the members of the board of directors. I have my list here. And I'd ask the members of the board to stand up when I call out your name. I'm one. I'm a member of the board. Marion Bauman. Is Marion? Yes, there is Marion. Or Don Scott. Yes. Dennis Lee. I don't think Dennis is here. Mick Dunn. Eric Donabell. Donna Hopkins. Where's Donna?
Sorry.
She over there too? There's Donna in the back. John Holmes, of course, our treasurer. John Cuter. John Cuter. Where is John? Kathy Mitchell. I don't believe Kathy is. She was here earlier, but she left. George Painter. George. Alan Ritter is our president. Alan is in the Boy Scout Jamboree. That's why he couldn't attend. The World Jamboree in West Virginia. First time it's been held is in the United States, and I don't know, forever. So, unfortunately, he had that little conflict. So Alan is our president, member of the board of directors. He's not here. Jim Sutton. Gary Zell. Gary in the back. Let's see, T. Webb, former president and member of the board. Thanks for board of directors, folks. Those are the people that are responsible for running this club and guiding this club. There are 15 members. They run for 3-year terms. There's 5 members up each year. I snuck by. I was up for election this year. I snuck by. There were 5 people that ran for 5 spots. So I'm happy. But hey, if you don't like what this club's doing and the direction it's going, and you think you can do better, by all means, volunteer. Get on board with the board, become a board member, run for election. The next election won't be until next spring, but it's a 3-year term, and it's a volunteer obligation, and it's a good commitment to a great organization. So those are our board members. All right, so I forgot to mention Donna. Where's Donna? Still in the back there somewhere? Let me give special recognition to Donna Hawkins. She's a member of the board. She's also the head of the crew. If you saw their stickers on their some of the folks that are attending here today, they're the folks that are responsible for checking in the registration, getting the T-shirts out, getting name tags, doing all this setup work. They work tremendously hard every year for us. Donna, thank you so much. Donna took over from the former member, and she's doing an amazing job. As well as her husband Jim. Where's Jim? Is he around? He's right there. There you go. I didn't even know the post. I can't see it. All right, so let's move into this is the annual membership meeting. This is an actual legit parliamentary procedure type of meeting. So I think we'll start that as you ought to do with every membership meeting, and that's by doing the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't think we have a flag. Is it behind? Jacqueline cannot participate in this exercise, but I'm going to turn the microphone over to Don for a second. So stand up, and Don, can you do this in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
If I can remember. You have to wake you up. Okay, ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Don. We're going to follow that Pledge of Allegiance. We have a special guest with us today from the state of Florida, Gloria. Gloria's going to actually do an invocation. Maybe we should have done this before we ate, but everyone's already had their food. But Gloria, if you would please.
Father, we come to you right now, thanking you for this beautiful time, for this beautiful place, for this beautiful land. And Lord, we have something in common here. And we know, Lord, that Jesus, you said that you are the way. So we pray that you will show us the way. And Jesus, you are the light of the world. We pray that you will give us your light. And we thank you, Father God, in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Lord. How many folks made it to the high point today, Mount Armon? Show of hands. Yeah, let's look just about everyone. Another show of hands. How many people got lost trying to get to the high point today? How many people got lost as a direct result of following me? Only two. I thought the number was going to be much higher. That's good. All right. So that's good. Glad everyone got to the high point today. That's it's what they call a drive up. It was a confusing drive up, at least for some of us, but that's kind of the whole point of this convention. So get to those highest points. So, all right. I think what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to turn the microphone over to our president's not here, Alan Ritter. So I'm going to turn this over to Mark, who is our vice president, and give him the podium again here to give the remarks on behalf of the president as the vice president. So Mark comes up.
Thank you, everybody. It's been a joy putting this together. It really has been. And Alan has been with us in a lot of ways in doing this as well. It's been a very interesting year that we've had going forward, and Alan has been a big part of this as well. We had Alan Skyped in at our board meeting. It was a little difficult with the background noise, and particularly on his end. He was here with us as well, and was very involved with the things that we talked about as well. So from the president's standpoint, I wanted to say that. It's been, again, a very, very interesting year, but it's been a very successful year. There's been a lot of things that we've accomplished. We're moving forward with some new initiatives, which we're very excited about. And our Apex to Zenith magazine, which is called the newsletter, will actually be called the magazine. You'll probably hear some more about that as we go along too. So we really encourage comments, we encourage suggestions, we encourage any ideas that you have going forward, things that you do think that the club could be doing better. And we're very, very open to that. The board is very amenable to making proper changes. So other than that, we've had great weather. We're thrilled about that. There was a massive thunderstorm, a short, powerful storm last night, and thankfully the time of that was not at all bothersome to us. And the roads going up to Arvon were beautifully paved and organized, which helped us a lot too. Even route finding, sorry, but again, if you did notice the diamonds, the light blue diamonds were really helpful. They really they've helped a lot of people. So, okay, without much further ado, we'll go back to business.
All right, thank you, Mark. There's no program on your tables tonight, but just for folks who haven't been here before, it's kind of the same general agenda that we normally follow. We'll go through the regular business meeting. We'll have various folks come up here and give announcements about the status of club and club initiatives, that sort of thing. There will be a vote for the 2021 convention. We'll have a status report in a little bit from Eric Lichtenstein, who's running next year's convention out of Nevada. After which we will vote for the site of the 2021 convention. And then the program will conclude with awards presentations. We have several awards that are going to be presented tonight to club members for their hard work and service to the club. And then ultimately we have a program at the end. We have 3 members of the crew that was here in 1987, the very first Highpointers convention. They're going to come up here and they're going to talk about that event from 33 years ago and talk about the inception of the club. And I think we might actually learn how to, one of them is a local, and he may teach us a little bit of Uberese. Learn how to speak Uberese apparently. So that's the general outline. But what I'm going to do right now is we have 2 prizes to my stage right over here. There's I think about 14 or 16 of them that were donated by members of the club. It's a first come first served basis. You should have gotten a raffle ticket. So get your raffle tickets out. We'll read off a couple numbers. We'll give out some door prizes, and then we'll move on with regular business. I don't have a raffle ticket, so I don't have skin in the game here. So I'll go up and draw. All right. I think I got 3 tickets. All right, so it's first come, first serve. So the first person that comes up gets to pick whatever they want. First number, 0715 615.
That's me.
615. And 615. We'll do 2 more here. Do 2 more. 0715 617.
That's me.
617. Come on up. Take that one.
This is a good
Take
area
that
to be in.
Yeah.
2 winners up here.
I actually grabbed 4 tickets, so we're going to read. We're going to read 2 more here. 075. I'm sorry, 0715 630. 630. Nobody? 630? All right, give this one 610. Last 3 digits. 610. Nobody? Going 3 times. We got to get a couple of these away here yet. So. All right, last 3 digits. 677. 677. All right. What's been going so far, Jim? Anything good?
Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more bottles of wine, 2 bottles of maple syrup.
That's Pennsylvania syrup. Urbanski Farms.
We have Vermont Argon, a vat, next or whatever.
All right, we'll do 1 more here. Last 3 digits, 646. 646. There we go. You got the winner in the back. Come on up. Grab your prize. Hold on to your cards there. We'll do a little bit. We'll do more in a little bit. All right. Now, one of the really fun things that happens at the conventions is we like to kind of recognize the achievements of the ordinary club members. So I think I'll do that right now. And this is I remember Don Holmes doing this for many years, and he do a count, right? So let's start with, are there people, everyone knows their numbers, right? No one knows cell phone numbers anymore. Everyone knows how many high points they've completed. I'm 49, just missing it now. But I know there's 50 completers in the room, so I'm going to ask you to stand up, all the 50 completers in the room, and get your due rewards, your recognition from the remain standing. We have 49ers. 49ers. How about 48? 48. Those are 48 stand up. Now, how many people sit down? I do this differently than the way Don used to do it. When people sit down, you get enough recognition, you got your book lists, you're on the newsletter all the time, you get your stories. And I like to kind of highlight the lesser achievers in the club. We'll start with 47. Who's got 47 Highpointers? 46. Who's got 46? Keep staying. 45. 45. 44. 43. 42. 41. 2. 30 or more. 30 or more. Keep standing. Standing. We're going to remain standing. 30 or more. So 25 or more. 20 or more. 20 or more. 10 or more. 10 or more. Let's do 5 or more. 5 or more. All right, everyone sit down. Everyone sit down. Who only has one? Anyone in the room just have a single high five? Is that all on today? Is that all on today? Is your first?
Actually, I got 2.
Anyone got 2? Anyone else for just 2? You guys got a long way to go. Keep at it. All right, I'm gonna ask Eric Wittgenstein to come up and talk about Nevada 2021. We always pick the conventions a year in advance. So last year, Eric made a presentation to host the convention in Nevada in 2020. That's where we're going to be next July. And Eric is our host, so I'll turn the mic over to him and he'll give us a status update on Nevada.
Thank you. Thank you everybody for being here. I am super psyched to be the host for a convention. It is so easy, anyone can do it. No, I've been in this club for a while and I always wanted to run a convention, never had the opportunity. I'm super happy to be running the Nevada one. When? Nevada, I don't know. All right, Nevada. I'll just say 2020. Boundary Peak. Most of the big stuff that we need to get a convention running is all set. The hall, the town, hotel blocks for you guys, food vendors, a lot of that stuff is all taken care of. All the information is on a poster board at the front door there, along with registration forms. You can even fill that out and hand it back to me or Mick Dunn, who's my co-host sitting over there. And I want to recognize a few other people that have helped us out because a convention is not a single person activity. So I've got Mick, I've got Gwen, I've got our MC, Dave Coville is going to help organize climbs for people. And there's a bunch of other people who really helped to put this together. Thank you everybody who's helping out with this. But all the information that you need is over there. I don't really want to belabor the point, but we're going to try to do all the standard stuff, of course. Nevada's a little hard to clear watermelons to the top, but we're going to find an alternative. And it's going to be hot because it's in the summer, but all the venues are air conditioned. All the hotels have pools. So I really encourage you guys to sign up and come out, and I hope we have as many people next year as we have this year. We're going to see what we can do to encourage more families and other activities there. So I'm pretty excited to see all the details as the sort of softer details come available in the newsletter, in the magazine, coming up. So, and yes. And so we're doing something different this year. You're all wearing the convention t-shirt. Those of you who've been here a while, you're used to getting a convention t-shirt. We're trying something new. We got 4 different t-shirt designs, and you can look at them up on the poster board. There's tickets, and you can vote for your favorite. And the winning t-shirt is going to be the one we make. So it's up to you whether the t-shirt is good or bad. So you get to vote on it. And that's it. If you have any other questions, you can certainly get in touch with me through any variety of means. My contact information is on the registration form, or it'll be out in the magazine when that form is printed. I'm just super excited, and I hope you guys will come.
Where do you put the tickets?
There's jars on the Merc table with the tickets. You can take the ticket out. There you go, Mary's holding up the jars.
Okay, I saw
And you can, yep, there you go. You can stick them in the jars. There we go. With the model. That's how to do it. It's that easy. Yeah, one per person, please. Basically, this time next year, I'm bad at everything. you should take a picture of the dates that are on the board. Yeah, July 23, 24, 25, 26-ish. Check the board. Check the board. Don't listen to me. Check the board.
We got our hotel, so you guys have yours.
Some people have already booked hotels. I've already booked mine. There's lots of room blocks, but they go fast with these things. So take a picture of the phone numbers over there. You can call tonight and book your hotel. That's it, I guess, right? One more thing. This is Apex to Zenith related. There are member spotlight forms, and we're trying to do spotlights on members, not just your photos and your high point counts in the magazine, which is great. Don't stop sending those in. But we're trying to get a little bit more personal with members who want to. You can fill out that form. It'll also be available online and in the magazine, so we can do more in-depth profiles on you guys. So please, I encourage you to fill that out. You can hand it back to me or email it in, whatever you want.
All right, thank you, Eric. Eric is the newsletter magazine editor. Him and Justin Sutton do a terrific job. They took over when our former editor quit. Put it politely. And we want to give them a good round of applause for doing a terrific job. All right, so everyone's had their food, and I know the banquet staff, are they still here? The bar staff, the banquet staff, any folks in the back? I want to recognize you too as well. Let's give the banquet staff and the bar staff a big round of applause for making this enjoyable event for all of us here this evening. Thank you so much, folks here at the Whirly Gig. And let me, I recognize Donna Hawkins, who runs the crew. Can I ask all the crew members to stand up too? Let's give them a big round of applause to all the folks that are in the crew. Thank you so much for what you do. All right, let's give some more prizes up. Going back to the bag. What do we got? What do we got left? All right, so the last three digits, 551. 551. 0715 551.
It's lost. I don't have it. It's in my hotel room.
Next one, last three digits, 662. 662. 662. All right, last three digits, 658. 658. 658. And we'll do one more. We'll do one more. Last three digits, 668. 668. 668. Coming up? All right. Another fun thing we like to do here at the convention, at the banquet every year, is we kind of give recognition to the folks that have traveled the farthest to get here to the convention. So this is kind of, I got to open it up to the crowd here. Who thinks they've traveled the farthest distance to get here to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan? Jacques and Lenny, they're from the Netherlands. They don't count. I got a monopoly on this thing. You guys flew into Minneapolis, then to Green Bay, and you drove here from Green Bay. Who can beat Green Bay? Who can come into Green Bay? Jim, you're California?
San Diego.
San Diego? What's farthest, Seattle or San Diego? Diego? Alright, y'all just want to fight me over this? Florida. You think it's Florida? Is anybody good here with maps? Someone that's good with maps. All right, Mark, the host, says it's San Diego. Oh, Alaska. You got Alaska. I think Alaska, is that better word? Mark has declared the winner. Mark is the host. He has the authority to do that. Our winner is Alaska. Yeah, we have no one from Hawaii. I talked to Mark earlier. We have, I think the official registration total is 207 attendees here. Initially, and representing 38 states. Wow. 207 attendees from 38 states and 2 countries. The Netherlands. How's that? Love you guys. All right, I'm going to ask. We'll move on to some business now. Every year there's various access issues that come up with the various high points across the state. Some of them have private ownership. Stony, is Stony Burke in the house? Stony usually has the best information on that. Can I ask Stony to come up? Or if anyone else has any interesting points of order here in terms of access issues. Stony, you have something to say?
Everything's good.
All good. Stony says it's all good.
Dougie's gonna need that waiver.
No one else has anything? Billy Bob have anything over there, Stony?
No, Billy Bob passed down the car an hour ago.
Gotta lay off the sauce. All right. Okay, so with that, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Dave Koval to come up. Dave Koval is the chairman of the Highpointers Foundation, and he's going to share with us an update on the Highpointers Foundation. Dave Koval from Colorado.
Thank you, Rick. I'm Dave, and I'm a high pointer. I gotta get away from the edge, that's dangerous. First off, we have the foundation board of directors here. Would you please stand up? Jean. And Stony Burke. I trust everybody had the opportunity to go through the hotel lobby and look at all the poster boards of what we've accomplished. We've accomplished, by my count, 100 individual projects in 12 years. In 31 states, we've collected close to $200,000, and I don't like to use the word spent, I like to use the word invested, about $150,000 of those dollars so far. From 600 donations from 200 people. It's amazing. Thank you. With the people that don't stand up, but please wave your hand if you're a foundation donor. A lot of people have donated money. We've had people donate wine and cheese and a bunch of other cool stuff that we've used at auctions over the years. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. You're all wonderful. I'll make this short. We've done some interesting things. We've put up some benches. We've put up some signs. We've improved access roads. It's nice, but what we did this year was very, very important. We worked with the ranchers at Whiteview, North Dakota. Hopefully you all read this in your newsletter last issue. And we signed a perpetual access easement that ensures our grandchildren can go to Whiteview. It's a very cool thing. It cost us some money, and we had some, it wasn't just me. Valerie Naylor, Don Holmes, wave your hands. Don maintained communications for many years. Valerie went to talk to the commissioners. Denise Dean and Gary White and Olivia Kozlowski all provided legal advice. We used an attorney in North Dakota and a surveyor, and the ranchers were more than happy to do this. It was actually their idea. They were very concerned about the brother-in-law, the cousin, the grandson. They just wanted to ensure it's in good hands, just like in Iowa when they turned it over to the county. Yes, there's another, depending upon how you count it, 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 privately held state high points, ranging in open degree of access to education from Kansas and Nebraska, where it's school, to Illinois only 5 times a year. Did somebody, who told me today that there's a for sale sign in Illinois? Somebody?
It's the adjacent property.
It's the what? Adjoining property, okay. And so, who must have owned High Point? We have worked very hard. We're going to have a dedication ceremony on Saturday, October 5th. This is penciled, not penned in, but I'm pretty sure it'll happen at Point Reno, our 51st state, as it were. We did couple of interpretive panels there that it's a National Historic Site, part of the National Park Service, but the previous panels just simply talked about history. The new panels discussed the importance of high ground, we love that, and why it was important for the Union to be able to defend D.C. from the Confederates from high ground at Point Reno. And at the bottom it says about the club and foundation. It says, to find that mysterious benchmark, go to the old oak tree and take 17 paces north and northeast. And that's a very difficult benchmark to find, and we hear about it all the time. Commissioner was telling me he would get requests every year for written directions to that. And now it's on the 2 signs, and it's the only, you can't possibly not walk by one of the 2 signs on your way there. We're doing some very cool stuff at Georgia. We've got interpretive panels at the summit. Decades ago, there was metal with little wavy lines and things that said this is Bob's Hill and Susie's Hill and Lillian's Hill. And now there's the beautiful modern color photos that are going to be up there. We participated with the club to fund some paver stones at the new Sassafras. Who's been to Mount Sassafras since May when they opened up the observation deck? Anybody at all? One gentleman. 2 weeks before. Did you sneak up?
No.
Oh.
I gave us a tour. Dave.
Okay, cool. On the Facebook page, there's the top photos of
The 50 Highpointers picture statement that proposal today.
Thank you. I won't kill any more time. We need 3 things from you. I'm not going to beg money, but we can certainly use money. If you want to make a donation, it's tax deductible. Go to the website. You can do it with Visa, PayPal, mail us a check. Thank you very much. We need ideas. We're working with the club closely on how we can get ideas from everybody, not just half a dozen foundation directors and a couple people in the club. How many members? We have 1,200 memberships and 2,500 members. We need 2,500 ideas. We need to hear from you. We can't possibly think up everything that you can. Write us an email, send us a letter, call. It's in the newsletter. What do you want to see? What's important to you? If you say, here's $100 and I want you to spend it in such and such a place, we do that. We call it restricted gifts, restricted giving. We're fine. And lastly, we need volunteers. We need people that can stand up and say, I will grab that project and I will follow through. I will get on this person's ass. I will call them. I will see that it's done. I will do it. If you can volunteer, we are not getting any younger. We need some new blood. We need help. We need people. If you want to be on the board of directors of the foundation or the club, as was mentioned earlier, stand up and volunteer. Thank you very much.
Thank you. David didn't want to get close to the edge. He's afraid of heights, unusual affliction for. I'm afraid of widths, personally. Dave and I got to go rock climbing in Michigan here. We were down about 25 minutes on Silver Mountain early this morning. We got some sport climbing in this morning. So I'm working on my list of rock climbing in all the 50 states. People have different lists that they work out when they go on travel. It's just an amazing way to see the country, to be a high pointer. I could do state capitals, some people do wineries, breweries, stuff like that. It's been said that high pointers collectively are a group of obsessive compulsive list makers. And, I agree, I'm one of them. So, all right, let's give away a couple more prizes. 3 or 4 left, 5 left. All right. You got a bunch here. So last 3 digits, 684, 684.
Hold it.
684.
Yes. I'm a major prize winner.
Whatever, I call it a spring.
All right, last 3 digits, 596, 596. And a bit. All right, how about 593, 593. 593.
5 doubles.
And 618, 618.
My area code.
Area codes don't count. 618. We'll do one more. 528, 528. 528, come on up. Put these guys back. We'll do one more last round for the remaining prizes shortly. So, okay. Moving on. We're going to recognize some more folks in the room here. We did the farthest travel. Who's the shortest travel distance? Are there locals here that just around the corner? Who is it?
Stafford.
Where are you from? 4 miles away. Can anyone beat that? Jacques, Lane, you guys? No. All right. How about that, Steve? Thanks for having us in your neighborhood. Good to be here. How about we do this? The oldest. Who's the oldest attendee here at our convention today? Rudy? Where's Rudy? 94? Rudy? I don't know what you're doing. Thank you, Rudy, for coming out. How about the youngest? Who's our youngest tonight? We got some young ones back there. We got a 5-year-old. Anyone younger than 5?
Mentally or physically?
Anyone younger than 5 still awake? I think 5 is the winner. Where's the 5? Where's our 5-year-old from? Where are you from? Where? South Dakota. South Dakota. Custer, South Dakota. Sweet. All right, now the recognition we'd like to give is to the family with the most members in attendance tonight. Who's, I'm here with my brother. I only got 2. So I think someone's got that beat. I got 4. I see 4 over there. 8? Oh, there's our winner. What's the family? McCabe's? And where are you guys from? Massachusetts. Came all the way from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Hands down, here's the lady thing. How about that? So I drove up from Pennsylvania. My brother flew in. I'm just kind of curious. Show of hands. How many folks traveled by car to get here? Oh wow. Car from their home residence. Who came all the way by vehicle, by motor vehicle, some sort of car, truck, van? Gwen, did you take the motorcycle? All right, and so how many folks flew? I guess the remainder? So most people drove. Well, you know, it makes sense, we're kind of in the middle of the country, so I drove. You know what I noticed? Driving up through Pennsylvania, came through Ohio, up through Michigan, a lot of roadkill. A lot of roadkill out there. More than usual. I was shocked. But I'll give you a little fun piece of trivia here. You always see like porcupine and possums and deer here and there, and you always see crows like kind of picking at them, right? But you never see a dead crow on the road. Does anyone know why that is? Anyone know why? It's a fun trivia. Because they have a lot of friends up on the power line saying, "Caw! Caw!" That's my take-home joke for you. See, Don Holmes is famous for telling the Sherlock Holmes joke. He's told it at so many conventions, I don't even know it. I've heard it 20 times, and I can't even say it, because it's a really long joke. Maybe you remember the punchline, something about a tent, I don't know. But you can't take it home with you. So that's my present to you tonight. You can take that crow home joke the crow joke home with you tonight. That's from me to you. Don, I heard rumors earlier, actually, that you had a new joke that you wanted to debut tonight. Is there any truth to that rumor? Do you want to come up? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, MC Emeritus from the great state of Colorado, debuting new material tonight for the first time in Michigan 19, Mr. Don Holmes. I guess it's going to be a while. And we were really moving along here with this program. How many prizes have we got left, Jim? 5?
We have 4 prizes and a really strange thing.
That's a bag. That's a bag, Jim. This is called a bag. What is?
I do a belly dance.
Manoj donated that to as a gift tonight. He is a 7 summoner, by the way. 7 summoner. We have any other 7 summoners in the house? 6 summoners, 5 summoners. What we got? 3? 3 over there. 4. 6. Are you going for 7? What are you missing? Everest. Everyone does that. There's more, more people have done Everest than the 50 state highways. So. All right, with that, I'm going to turn it over to again, Emeritus MC, Mr. Don Holmes.
Well, thank you all. I have 2 tonight. I'm not going to let you off easy. You're going to listen to the Dr. Watson, Don Holmes joke. It seems like Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson were out camping one night. They had everything set up, and some hours later, Holmes awoke and nudged Dr. Watson and said, "Watson, look up in the sky and tell me what you see." Well, Watson, in his normal situation, says, "I see millions of stars." And Holmes says, "What does that mean to you?" And Watson says, "Well, astronomically, it tells me that there are millions of galaxies and potential billions of stars." He said, "Astrologically, I see, observe, Saturn is in Leo. Hydrologically, I deduce that the time is approximately 3:15. And he went on 3 or more others. And he said to Holmes, "What does that mean to you?" And Holmes says, "You boomed, Watson, somebody stole our tent." That's one of my favorites. The other one has to do with some people on an aircraft. There was a pilot, there was Tom Brady, and there was the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, which is an oxymoron all by itself, and a priest and a Highpointer. And we're all on this plane, you know, experiencing a severe storm. And suddenly the pilot came back running and says that lightning had struck the plane and they were going to crash. He said, you know, there's only enough parachutes for 4 of us. And since I am the pilot, I get one. He proceeded to jump out of the plane. Tom Brady said, well, I'm the greatest since sliced bread. NFL can't do without me, so he grabbed one, and he also jumped out of the plane. The chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee says, well, I'm so important, I'm running, you know, taking care of who's going to be president next year, so he grabbed one and jumped out of the plane. At this point, the priest and the Highpointer were left. And the priest said, well, I guess it could be a man of the cloth or some sort of rabbi, a priest, whatever. Choose your own, Pearson. But he said, you know, I'm important and I guess God is calling me. And the Highpointer said, not to worry. We got 7 parachutes, or 2 parachutes. He said, well, how'd that happen? He said, well, the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee just jumped out of the airplane with my backpack. Thank you.
Don Holmes performing at a nightclub near you very soon. Get your tickets at StubHub, Ticketmaster. Thank you, Don.
Here all week, folks.
Well, let's move on with some business then. Regular business. We'll open up the floor for a discussion of any new business. Is there any new business that anyone wants to present to the club? Yes, sir. You want to step on up? Microphone?
I was at the first High Point Pub in 1987, and the newsletter archive said there was no program, but I just remember that we ate at the Hilltop Restaurant, and Clark Hall showed a slideshow on Mount Blanc. He and Jack had been over to France. So we did have a dinner and a program. Always there.
All right, the record has been corrected. Any other new business? This is a formal business meeting, the annual membership meeting. Mr. Holmes. Correct. George Johnson. And he's going to come up later along with Dennis Whitehead and Don Barons, and they're going to talk about that original convention back in 1987 here in the UP. So, any other new business from the floor? Yes, sir. Come on up. I think I skipped over old business, but I'm reading from Don's notes here. We're supposed to do old business first, but you got new business.
Good evening, folks. My name is Bill Guenther. I'm from the great Green Mountain state of Vermont. And some of you may have heard my pitch before, but when I joined the club, I started something called Operation Vermont Gold. Recognizing that 10 of the high points are private land, these folks could just shut off the spigot and we could have no completers and finishers. So I decided I wanted to do something special for these folks. So every private high point I sent a personal letter to, and our signature product in our great little state of Vermont is maple syrup. Right? They make it in Pennsylvania too. They do. So I made a point to send the jug of maple syrup, and I also decided to send maple syrup to folks in the club that did something special. So I'd like to make a presentation to our 2 hosts, to Mark and Mary, if I can get you away from Mark. I don't know if we should do a taste test, Bill. So, Mark, thank you so much. Appreciate all your hard work. When I was very involved with Maine, and I got a good idea of how much work to spend. And Mary?
Mark just celebrated his 29th birthday just the other day, I believe, right? 3 days ago? Yeah.
Second time around.
Yeah. And we got Elaine, we got a birthday girl in the house. Elaine McKay, where's Elaine? Today is Elaine's birthday. Happy birthday, Elaine. Anyone else? Any other birthdays by any chance? No? All right. Okay, I skipped over old business, but assuming there's none, we did the new business. Anyone else we got? Gary?
I'm not sure what business would come under, but after all is said and done, if the 50 completers and 48 completers could stay around for a few more minutes for some photos?
Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry. 50 completers, 48 completers. Where do you want them, Gary?
Right here.
Back in the corner of the room, 50 completers, 48ers. After we're done, please stop over there and get our photo. So, all right, why don't we give away the rest of these prizes? We got, what, 4 left? 5 left. Five tickets in my hand. Last 3 digits, 627. 627. Bingo. Last 3 digits, 623. 623. All right, how about 582? 582. And last 2 we have is 502. 502. Are you?
Wow. On stage.
Gordon? Is Gordon still? And 649. 649. No 649? Gordon takes home the Indian welcome doorway decoration welcome. What's the official term? Gordon. Is that it? Oh, we got one left. A bottle of Chianti, so I need one more ticket, I guess, huh? All right, last prize. Bottle of Chianti goes to 676. 676. Okay, so the last, we're going to get to the vote for the 2021 convention very shortly here. But the last recognition I have for the evening is we're going to recognize those folks who have been to the most conventions. So I think, Holmes, you're in the running for the most, right? Probably? Who's been to the most Highpointer conventions? This is our 33rd. Did I get that number right? 33rd annual Highpointer convention. So who's got the most? Don has 29. Anyone more than 29? All right, so Don got you with it. How about 28? Anyone with 28, 27, 26, 25? We got David Cohen. How about 20 or more? 20 or more conventions? 15 or more? I'm a 15 or more. 10 or more? 10 or more conventions? 5 or more? 2 conventions. Who's been to 2 conventions? All right, everyone else got to sit down. Who's very first convention? Everyone stand up. First convention. Remain standing while this first down the tribune. We gotta get some pictures. you guys. All your smiling faces, first time here at the High Point Convention. You do a panorama there? You know how to work the piano on that phone? All right, sweet. Thank you so much for being here, everyone, coming every year. Next year we're going to Nevada, as we all know. But the open site is the following year, which is 2021. For those first-time attendees and those folks who don't know the protocol on this, the region, the United States is divided into 4 regions by the globe. And we're in the Midwest right now. Next year we're going west. 2021 we move back to the Northeast. So the states that are eligible for selection for the 2021 convention are, I think these are alphabetical, Connecticut, Delaware, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Vermont, and West Virginia. And for those who don't know, the way it works is if you nominate a state, you and your state is chosen by our club tonight, by the membership, to host the 2021 convention. Then you, as the person that nominated that state, are obligated to host that convention. That is the unfortunate situation that befell Mark here 2 years ago. And the mess that Eric got himself into last year. The mess that I did and so many other folks have done. Hey, let's recognize that first. We got former convention hosts here in the room. Let's have them all stand up and do that. Former hosts. All right, so what we'll do is we're going to do, if you want to nominate a state, then we're going to follow Robert's rules here. Yes, point of order.
I just want to say, for anybody interested in running the convention, we now have a draft copy of 590-page convention handbook. Wait, no, we cut it down to 40.
Yes, Gary did put together a terrific handbook for aspiring convention hosts. I've read through it, it's fantastic, and I think the board is going to take some action on it. Is that at some point and officially publish this and make it available to hosts in the future. But it's a terrific thing. Rather than trying to create from scratch your own convention, you have at least a set of guidelines to go for, to use to create the convention. So, but if you nominate and we select you as the winning state, then you have to host. So we need a nomination and a second. And with that, I will open up the floor for nominations. Yes, sir. We have a nomination for the state of Pennsylvania, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and a second. Can you get your name for the record there? Jim is our secretary for the club, and he's taking the minutes. So say your name and your state when you make that nomination. Yeah, let's we'll wait till the nominations are closed, and then the people that are nominated can come up and give their presentation. All right, do we have a motion to close nominations? Glenn. That was a joke. I know you have a shirt that says New York 2021. Is there another nomination on the floor? Gwen.
My name is Guenther, and I would like to nominate New York for 2021. Woo!
Is there a second? Julie? You got it to Julie? All right. Any other nominations? Yes, ma'am. Lily L. nominates the state of West Virginia. Is there a second? Second for West Virginia. Any other nominations? Is there a motion to close nominations? Don Holmes. Second. Is there a second? Second. Those in favor? favor of closing nominations, say aye. Opposed? Nominations are closed. All right, with that, we have 3 states up for nomination. We'll take their presentations in the order in which they are nominated. So that means the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Step forward, please. I think we'll try and limit them to maybe 5 minutes or so. Is that good, or do you need more? All right.
No, we thought we were going to be able to project a couple of slides, and that's not going to happen, but that's okay. We'll do it old school. My name is Mark Bird. Once again, this is my son, Hayden, and it gives us great pleasure to nominate the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to host the 2021 Highpointers Convention. This would be the first for Pennsylvania. It has not hosted in the past. Of course, the high point of Pennsylvania is Mount Davis. There you go, you don't do that better. Mount Davis is in the Forbes National Forest. How many of you have been to Mount Davis? Yeah, George Washington visited Mount Davis when he was 19 years old, and we cannot verify that he actually slept there, but it was reported that he napped there. Now, for those of you that know Mount Davis, it is a very nice high point in that it is all paved, lots of parking, very accessible, nice for the Watermelon Festival on Saturday, all those sorts of things. Mount Davis, and this is well, let me just show you, there are actually 3 high points in a row. How many of you did West Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania all in a row? Okay, so did we when we first started high point here several years ago. So actually, Mount Davis is located in western Pennsylvania, more southwestern Pennsylvania. The area we propose for the convention site is Somerset County, more of the Donegal area of Pennsylvania. You may be familiar with, some of you may be familiar with like Seven Springs Resort area or Hidden Valley Resort area. There are a number of facilities there. Those areas are about 27 miles from the high point. It's about a 45-minute drive, but there are plenty of facilities in the area. These 3 high points, Backbone Mountain, Spruce Knob, and Mount Davis, are roughly they're 3 hours apart between them if you were to drive them. Logistical operations. I mentioned there are 2 major convention centers there that actually would be able to single-handedly handle all of our needs. But I'm not sure that's necessarily what we would look for. If selected, we of course would go and would try to negotiate the best price for lodging, for all of the things that are involved with the convention. There are a number of other hotels, lodges, and things like that that are available to pick from, some major campgrounds, and lots of other facilities. Donegal? Yeah, Donegal, PA. So, in terms of the host committee, I asked the other 2 that are here to come up. Andrew Cloddy and my son Garrett Bird. I think those of you who have seen us at the past couple conventions, or may have met or talked to us at the past couple conventions, we are all from Western Pennsylvania. Now, 2 are computer engineers, 1 is a chemical engineer, and 1 is a corporate communications leader. So guess which one is which? The chemical engineers hold the laptop, of course. So, no, we had the pleasure. So we live about a little over an hour from where we proposed the convention area to be, about an hour and a half from the high point. It's a very nice area. It's in the Laurel Highlands of Pennsylvania. Lots of things to see there, like the Allegheny Passage Trail. Anybody heard of the Allegheny Passage Trail? Yep, 150 miles from Pittsburgh to the C&O towpath, and then on into Washington, D.C. So if you want to ride or walk for 333 miles from Pittsburgh to Washington, you can do it. And it actually comes right between the high point of where we proposed the convention. So, and that's pretty much it. We're just very pleased to put Pennsylvania on the floor for nomination. Thanks. What we would try to do is see, obviously, when we can get the best rates, because obviously, actually, to be honest, this is a tourist area, the Laurel Highlands, so if you wait too far into summertime, or if you get around July, rates go up, so we'll try to find the best pockets. Any other questions? Couldn't be June. Yeah, we wouldn't go early June, but I mean, it could be anywhere from very late June to early August. Okay, thank you very much for being here. If you have any other questions.
Thank you very much. All right, the Empire State is next.
Thank you. Hi everyone, can you hear me okay? Yeah, okay. Hi, my name's Gwen Roberts. I think a lot of you know me, but in case you don't, I'm Gwen Roberts, and I am nominated in New York. So I have this beautiful poster.
Hold it up.
Can you hold it up? So Mount Marcy is the high point of New York, as probably most of you know. So my idea is to host the convention in Lake Placid, New York. Who here's been to Lake Placid? Yeah? Yeah, it's a pretty fun place. Who here has done Mount Marcy? Yeah. So pretty long hike. So one of the great things about hosting in Lake Placid is that there's so many hotel options, so many convention centers, so much to do. We do have a lot of options there. I've been in contact with some of the hotels. Don't have budgets yet because they're hesitant to give a budget for 2 years out, surprisingly. But yeah, so I made this poster showing that a lot of the high points are in the area. Mount Mansfield, the high point of Vermont, is only, Mount Mansfield, the high point of Vermont, is only 60 miles away. And there are several others that are less than 200 miles away. So a few hours, but for high pointers, we go farther than that anyway. So, so we have some events planned already. We have a birding event, so looking at local birds in the area and trying to identify them and go find them. I do also have a bushwhacking compass course. So basically, you go to Adirondack Lodge and meet with a ranger who will take you bushwhacking through the Adirondacks and figure out how to find your location through the landmarks and compass, which a lot of millennials don't know how to do. Obviously a watermelon feast because it's not a High Pointers convention without watermelons. And kayaking, so one of the other great things about Lake Placid is like all the hotels pretty much are right on the water. And I have an obscene number of kayaks available. So you can have those available for individual rentals in our downtime. We also have a high pointing trivia night planned. Don Holmes can't play because that's cheating. And obviously high pointing, as I mentioned, there's a lot of high points in the area. So no matter what direction you're coming from, there's some available. And then there's lots of local attractions. As I mentioned, there's so many hotel options. So no matter what your price range, or if you want a really expensive private cabin, you can have that. If you want a $10 campground, you can have that too. Lake Placid's like 15, 20 minutes from the Adirondack Lodge trailhead. So it's a perfect location. And then if you're coming, you've already done Mount Marcy, or maybe you haven't and you're just not interested in that high point, there's lots of other things to do. There's wineries, it would be a high pointing convention without alcohol. There's the Olympic Museum because the Olympics were hosted in Lake Placid in 1980. There's also bobsledding. You can go bobsledding in the original 1980 bobsleds they used in the Olympics. There's lots of local hikes and waterfalls you can check out. And the Adirondack Scenic Railroad goes right through there as well. So if you want to take a railroad, a train ride through the Adirondacks, that's an option as well. And then obviously, there's local high points. So, and then as far as dates, the Lake Placid is a bit of a tourist attraction, so it isn't the cheapest high point location, but we would definitely be doing it sometime in the summer just to make it more family friendly and make sure that everyone is able to go with people's schedules and people's families. And I think that's about it. Thank you. Question. Yes.
Bill Guenther from Vermont. I'm a state forester in Vermont, and I also want to point out that on Wednesday before the convention, I would plan on leading a hike up Mount Mansfield. So if you want to learn anything and everything about flora of Mount Mansfield and the alpine zone, I'll take you up to 4323.
For those of you who didn't hear, Bill Guenther is planning a Mount Mansfield hike, and he knows literally everything about Vermont. So the Wednesday before the convention, he will be doing that.
What?
Questions?
When?
Yes.
If you take the bushwhacking compass course and you get lost and don't make the banquet, do you get your money back?
No. We probably won't even look
Big
for
double.
Oh, question. Minaj says you can drive up Whiteface Mountain. Oh, so if you don't want to spend all day hiking Mount Marcy, you can drive up White Mountain and get a really awesome view. Whiteface Mountain. Oh, okay. Well, okay, my co-host over here. And one of the other great things about the region is that Whiteface Mountain you can climb, and it has an amazing view of all of the Adirondacks, which you can drive to anytime accessible.
Thank you for that. So your backstory to me, and I noticed that Teddy Roosevelt was on the back of your shirt, and I'm kind of a history nerd, and there's a cool story about Marcy. So when Teddy Roosevelt and William McKinley was assassinated, Teddy Roosevelt was hiking with his family Mount Marcy, and he was at a place called Lake Tier of the Clouds, just below the summit, when a writer came up and informed him that his boss had been shot and he was going to be president of the United States. So you can go see that spot as well. Yes. Headwaters of the Hudson River? All right, that leaves one final state, Lily, West Virginia. Mick, where'd you come from?
Hello, everyone. My name is Nick Dunn, and I'm a Highpointer also. And with me is Ruth Ann Hesselbarth from Massachusetts, and I drug her into this hobby. She also is a Highpointer. So, I've been in the Highpointers Club most of my life. I'm 58, do the math. I've been in a long time. This is my 22nd convention. And I have some favorites, and not just mine, but I do have some favorites. And one that sticks out in my mind is the 2001 convention that was held in Maryland. It was the only convention where our membership was served food by the Amish. It was the first High Point convention that we had where we had convention-specific T-shirts. And there's some wonderful things. I believe it's the Monongahela National Forest. How many folks have been to West Virginia? That's not the state I'm talking about. But the region around Maryland, the very western tip of Maryland is stunning. It's beautiful. We've spent a lot of time in the Northeast over the years. I've personally hosted 2 events in New England. Maybe it's time to get away from New England. Visit another state. So I got fond memories of that Maryland convention. That was 18 years ago. We're nominating a convention for the year 2021, which would be the 20th anniversary of that convention. And the folks that hosted that convention are here tonight, and they're going to come up, and I want to introduce them to you. And they're wearing their canary yellow Maryland shirts from all those years ago. Please welcome to the stage Lillian and Jean Elliott.
West Virginia.
all again, I'm so happy. But we want to welcome you to 2021 to Wild West, West Virginia. It's a beautiful location. We're very familiar with the area. The High Point of Maryland is only 24 miles from our host site, Canaan Valley Resort and Conference Center. They have lots of camping, cabins. Just beyond the road, about 8 miles, we have Blackwater Falls. It's beautiful. This is the elevated background of the area. And we also have the Timberline Ski Resort. And you can hike Dolly Sods. It's an amazing place if you've never been to Dolly Sods. It's a beautiful area. And what else can you say? The Potomac Headwaters is right there. You'll be able to, not only that, you can put your feet in the Potomac River and swim. If you want, you have Seneca Rocks. If you like rock climbing, you'll be able to do rock climbing right there at Seneca Rocks. It's a beautiful area, and beautiful scenery, beautiful location, and we just want to invite you there in 2021.
Several other things that are in the area you might want to come early. We have the Cass Railroad. Some of you may have been to that. It's a state park. As a matter of fact, Canaan Valley is also a state park, and Blackwater Falls is a state park. So there's so many. It's all connected, like was said earlier about the Monahitty Forest. The whole area is a beautiful area, and when you think of distance, how do you get there? It's wild in West Virginia. From Dulles Airport, somehow Congressman Byrd got some funny money together and said for escape route from D to C, there's a hidden 4-lane road coming out of, as soon as you get into West Virginia, it's a 4-lane road. So you come out, if you're going to Dulles Airport, get on 66, come on out to 81, then you sneak over and get on this 4-lane road, and there's no traffic, and it comes on out to Thomas and Davis, West Virginia. And then you just come down a little short way, and you're there. And if you'd rather come into Pittsburgh, you can come down that way and hit some of the high points that way. So come on out and enjoy beautiful, wild, wonderful West Virginia.
And Maryland High Point is only about 14, 15 miles from here, so you can hit that again. And it's our dream that by that time, that it will be state-owned by the state of Maryland. Something we've been working on for so many years, and we now have another point with our DNR, new DNR in Annapolis, Maryland. So that's our dream, 2021, to have a beautiful High Point owned by the state of Maryland, close to beautiful Spruce Knob, West Virginia. So we hope you all vote, and vote for the one you think you would love to be to best. We thank you all for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, there you have it, folks. Our 3 states in nomination: Pennsylvania, New York, and West Virginia. Is there a question? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. The Highpointers have been in New York before. We've never done a convention in Pennsylvania, never done West Virginia either. All right. So, how we do? We'll do a show of hands. We generally, it's not a secret ballot, it's a show of hands. Just put one hand up if you would, please. Just one hand per person. One hand per human. Okay, everyone ready here? This is amazing. So the last couple of years, I don't know if y'all know this, we've had like one nominated. And so this is nice to see competition again. When I first started coming, there was always a heated debate, heated competition. So it's good to see we have 3 states up for nomination this year. It's going to be a close vote, I suspect. So we'll do the vote in the same order that they were nominated. So those folks in favor of going to... Hang on one second. Okay, we'll change of plans. I'm sorry. The people that are sitting, I'm going to ask you to stand up to project your vote. Okay, so stand up if you're going to vote for the state. The folks in the back that are already standing, anyone else that's already standing, make sure you get your hand up, and we'll try and make this work. Okay, so. How much else? Everyone throw their hand in the air and stand up at the same time. Walk and chew gum at the same time. Let's do that both things. Stand up, put your hand in the air. All right, so those voting for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, stand up, put your hand in the air. Remain standing, keep your hands up. We're going to do one more count here. We don't have very talented bean counters in the room, so we're doing the best.
How about get a big piece of paper and have everyone put a tally next to their vote?
Thank you, folks. Please be seated. Those voting for the Empire State of New York, please stand up. Put your hands in the air. One vote per person. Please be seated. And finally, those voting for West Virginia, please stand. Put your hands in the air. One vote per person. You can only vote for one state. Even those with multiple personalities, one state per person, please. Please be seated. Okay, we cannot have a majority winner. So there's a brief parliamentary discussion that was just had, and we need a majority of votes to carry a state. West Virginia was the number 3, so you guys are out. What we're going to do is we're going to do a revote between Pennsylvania and New York to establish a majority winner. Mr. Michael is called for on file. Yes, sir. I believe we're following the bylaws. Well, that generally that's how generally you conduct a meeting, but the bylaws would trump Robert's rules in this instance. There's a motion on the floor to call for a paper ballot. Is there a second? I'm hearing no second. Motion does not. So we're going to do this again. So. MC Mayor says I can announce the votes as they were. West Virginia had 43 votes, Pennsylvania 62, New York 83. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to have West Virginia eliminated. The remaining 2 states, we need a clear majority. So we'll start with, again, the first state that was nominated, Pennsylvania. Please stand up, put your hands in the air, and vote for Pennsylvania. Folks, I just have some awards I'm going to hand out here, and then we're going to move on to our program from the 3 original attendees from back in 1987. There are 2 general awards that the club gets for recognition for people that do wonderful things for our club. And what I'll do is I can pull it up on my phone here. The Highpointers gives out the Paul Zumwalt Award. The Paul Zumwalt Award is made in recognition of significant volunteer service to a non-member of the club for the 1 year meeting preceding the annual membership meeting. We have 2 recipients of the Paul Zumwalt Award this year, and I will read their nominations as they were presented to the board for voting. Those individuals are Jeffrey Joseph and Joel Liebert. Jeffrey is an area supervisor for the Weyerhaeuser Company. He has been responsible for maintaining the roadway to Mount Arvon. He has been working on the parking lot at the High Point and is making additional spots available. Joel is a local resident who grew up in the area and makes it a point to see that the High Point is well taken care of. These two, through Weyerhaeuser Company, hire a local contractor to grade the road twice a year to keep the road open. They have crews working in the area clearing the road from fallen trees as well. This maintenance costs Weyerhaeuser several thousands of dollars a year. Without the help and dedication of the local foresters from Weyerhaeuser Company, there would be no road to Mount Arvon. Jeffrey and Joel are strongly recommended for this award, and by a vote of the board of directors, Jeffrey Joseph and Joel Liebert are this year's recipients of the Paul Zumwalt Award. We will make sure they call on the appropriate hands. And we also sort of a very similar award, a certificate of appreciation that is going to be presented to the Weyerhaeuser Company. And it reads here, for supporting the Highpointers Club and facilitating continuous access to Mount Arvon, the High Point of the state of Michigan, presented by the Highpointers Club on the 27th of July, 2019, to the Weyerhaeuser Company. The other award that the club gives out annually is the Frank Ashley Award. And the Frank Ashley Award is made in recognition of significant volunteer service by a club member to the High Pointer Club in the year prior to the annual membership meeting. We have several recipients of the Frank Ashley Award. And I'm going to turn this over to the president because I don't have the nomination speech for this first recipient. So, Vice President Mark Thompson.
This award goes to Steve Koski, who has owned and run the Indian country sports for many, many years. He's been an incredibly helpful source for us for the getting up and finding Mount Arvon. And believe me, in the old days, it was a lot more difficult than it was today to get up on Mount Arvon. It really was. And Steve was one of the biggest helpers we had. And he gave out certificates of finishing Mount Arvon and has been a tremendous supportive help. And he's also a High Pointer. Steve, come on up.
Next Frank Ashley Award goes to Tracy Barrett. Tracy has run the Baraga County Convention and Visitors Bureau in Lance, Michigan for many years. She has been a tireless advocate for Baraga County and has done much help to the club members in providing information for the sites in Baraga County. She has long been an advocate for Mount Arvon and has worked to improve the signs to Arvon. She has been one of the club's greatest supporters. Tracy Barrett. As you cannot make it, we'll leave it in the hands of our Vice President to make sure she gets the award. Next recipient.
The next award goes to Lillian Elliott. Lillian has stepped up and has been an instrumental help when we have things that needed to be replaced. Some of them due to being disappeared. And she also stepped up during a difficult time and served on our board of directors. It was phenomenal.